Hi guys, I'm going to do a wellness setup in today's video, and this has come from a couple of the suggestions from my last video where I shared how I'm using my undated planner. So I've kind of lost it already. If you saw that video, you will know that I'm currently using 3 weekly spreads per week. I can hear horror in people's voices already and the judgment, but it's fine, it's working really well for me. Go and check out that video if you haven't seen it. But I've already started next week's prep. So this is the week, my sort of functional day-to-day workhouse spread, so to speak, which has got my daily to-do list, my anchor points for the week, a space for things to get done during the week, my personal checklist, which is helping with my mental health, and lots of lovely open space, which doesn't stay this lovely and open if you saw my video. So this was using bits of a sticker kit from Elizabeth's Plans, and I've thrown in a few colours that were on the deco sheet. So in here you can see there's some purples and greens and blues. So I've pulled those out of what is a very neutral toned spread kit. Yes, kit. So that's stage 1. Step 2 is my wellness spread. Now, one of the suggestions was that I go sticker free and do that. So I'm going to attempt it. I'm not saying it's going to be completely sticker free because part of me wants to use up some of the other stickers that are in the kit. But also I kind of like the idea of the challenge. So I've done a little bit of washi to cover up the black strips at the bottom because I find them quite dark and I want a nice calm light spread. I've indicated that it's my wellness spread for the week, and then I've just covered up with bits of skinny washi from the kit. So this is my list for the week of what I want to have on each day and what I need to have somewhere for the week. I don't need to have it, I just like having it. So we're going to get started with pens. So I've pulled out the 4 Faber-Castell felt tip pens that I used to add colour to my main sort of weekly spread, and then I've pulled out my mild liners that kind of go as best as possible with the kits. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. So as I said, not completely sticker free, but we'll see how we get on. So I want to utilise these and I'm going to use them as headers for the sort of today's eats approach. So I'm actually going to fill in my focus box with these right at the top, and then list what I've eaten at the top, because actually that's worked quite well the last few weeks. I've mixed up what I've done and where I've positioned things, and I just quite like having, okay, so I'm eating, this is what I'm drinking at the top, and then working down, so it's kind of got all those things, and at the bottom is what I've done during the day that I feel is a win. So I think I'm just going to do a first few on camera and then go away and finish and come back, so to speak. So let's go with the green, because I like the green tone with this. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colour around the edge and just do what I thought were little stars, but not necessarily little stars. Sometimes these pens do bleed through on the darker colours, but that seems okay. I'm not sure I like that. Might go breakfast, lunch, dinner. We'll see. Let's go blue next and see what happens. Or maybe I just do dots. I'll do dots for now, and then I think I'm going to go with the brown tone, because I'll probably use a bit more purple for sort of accent things. Okay, so that is breakfast, lunch, dinner, my 3 meals that I've eaten during the day, and it also helps me keep track of when I've eaten well and when I haven't, so I can say, okay, well, I just scratched through if I've skipped a meal, so I can go back and go, actually, you didn't eat enough that day, that's probably contributed to XYZ. So that's what I put in there. Next we are going to have, what are we going to have? Hydration. I might do hydration on a weekly rather than on the actual day. I think that might work better. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a little box for... That seemed far bigger than I wanted it to be. That is far bigger than I want. Okay, we're going to go with it, it's fine. So I have my move minutes and my heart points, which are taken from my Google Fit goals on my phone. And then I'm going to put my sleep in there as well, I think. Yeah. Maybe I should have found some fine liners and done boxes and... Okay, we're going with it now. I'm not sure I'm liking it, but we'll stick with it and then we'll see how it goes. So, move minutes, heart points, and sleep. Okay, I can deal with that, I think. I think it's probably because I've used that pen quite a lot more, so it's a bit of a thicker tip, whereas like this one is much thinner because they haven't worn down as much. Okay, do I like that? It's okay, it's growing on me. Okay, so self-care. I'm going to do something a bit different, I think, for self-care. I'm going to take... now, have I got somewhere? I did have, rummaging around, a stencil or two. So, do I want a big heart or a little heart? I'm going to go with the big one, I think. So I'm just going to do overlap, I think 4 lines. It's not the greatest heart, is it? We'll see. So there's that. Maybe if I kind of finish it off in the middle, make it a bit more pointed, that's better. So self-care can be anything. I'm currently working on my list of self-care things. So it might be craft, it might be reading, it might be doing a bit of housework, organising, it might just be doing nothing in Netflix, because sometimes we need that. So if I go back to my list and cross things off, so I've done my food, I've done that, and I've done my self-care. So screen time. I think screen time might just have to be a simple box, which then gives a little bit of kind of separation with the self-care. So I'm just going to do that as a simple box, and then I can add in the information into it. And we'll see how it goes. I'm not doing too bad on time. Very conscious of time because there seems to be a thing at the moment where the video on my phone seems to have recorded in one hit, and then I download it and it seems to have separated it into 2 videos. So if you get a video where there's a skip in it, I apologise. It's probably because that's happened. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So then that's screen, but I can cross it off. Now, I'm going to get the marred lines out of this. Now, I don't have a dark enough green, but I just wonder whether that might be a better colour than that. So you can see where I've kind of been scribbling around different things. Oh, I don't know, there's much in it. We'll stick with a mild liner. So I'm going to do just a simple header line. These don't exactly match, but it's okay. And then in there I'm going to use my Pilot G2 for this, just because it's a bit more precise, to make it a good day. So one of the things I've been trying to work on is balance and pacing and energy levels and a whole combination of things around that. And part of helping me slow down a bit is to identify 3 things that, as long as I get them done, that is my day done. Like that I've done, it will be a good day if I get at least those 3 things done. And then I can obviously do more, but it's about just kind of minimising expectations. So that's kind of working okay. Sometimes I get it done by 10 o'clock and I'm like, right, well I've just got to keep going now because it's done. Not such a good idea, I will be honest. So that tends to be 3 things. So I'm going to leave 2 lines for each of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And an extra. And then I'm just going to draw a line underneath. So just like that, as sort of a underline of the day. So I've got, if I go back to my list, I've got my, there we go, I've got my foods, I've got my movements, my heart points, my sleep, my self-care, my screen time, and to make it a good day, all in there. The wins I add at the end of the day after the day has happened. I do have quite a large space here, but that means I can use the space for my wins, for my star ratings. So I am going to use those stickers because they're just much easier, and my weather as well, because I use Penguin Joe weather stickers to track weather on this spread, just because I run out of room otherwise. So I'm going to, that's, I think, is going to be how I'm structuring my day. Other things I have around the edge, so I am going to use a couple of stickers now because I don't want them going to waste really. So I like to keep track of my spending, which has been made much easier since I've set up Monzo. It's a great, it's brilliant. It instantaneously tells you via alerts if you've managed to, like, what you've spent, where you've spent. It does all sorts of wonderful things. So I'm going to put my spending in there. Down here I think we're going to go for some hydration tracking. So very simply I'm going to go work upwards. Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday and Monday, and then I can just do dots for how I've done, and that's where my blue one's gone. I'm just going to do a little header, really simple, and do hydration. And then I normally add in a little bit of a tracking of things like medication, reading, things like that. So I'm going to pause there for a moment. I'm going to go off, complete the rest of the week, probably add a few extra bits because I always do as soon as I've stopped filming, and then I'll come back and show you the completed week in this kind of setup. So hopefully by the magic of camera work we will leave it there, or not, because my camera won't pause. We'll try again. We'll leave it there, and also hopefully by the magic of camera we'll now be back on the same pretty much position that we were in. So I've gone in and finished out the rest of the week using the same structure and added a few extra bits in. So I've just kind of put a screw next to in the side of each of those boxes. I've added under here in the bottom just my 5-star for the day stickers and split a heading for wins. I've added my 3 wellness focus for the week, and then I've just added a simple wellness habit tracker down here. So that's kind of the setup. It gets filled up as the week goes on, and then this section down here becomes my space for my weekly review, which I do 5 questions, which are these ones here, and I just write it out in note form really. So that's that. That is my wellness spread for next week, in mostly pen only. It's not horrendous, it's not quite as good as I hoped it would be, but I think by the time it's filled up I will be quite happy with it, because things will get added and no doubt some of the deco stickers will get added as well. So I'll leave it there for now, guys. As always, my social media links and things will be in the description box below. I will leave a link to Elizabeth's Plans, where I got the original sticker kit from, and also Silent Beauty Plans, where I get these from, because I get questions about that quite a bit. Yeah, any other suggestions you'd like to see in a plan with me, please leave a comment below, and be back with another video at some time soon. In the meantime, happy planning!